Okay, welcome to Sunday. It's a nice day outside, a lot brighter than yesterday. Looks like Armageddon out there with our exposure, but it's a looks all right. Nice day outside, a lot brighter than yesterday. Looks like Armageddon out there with our exposure. Let's turn that off. But, there we go. All right. I think I just made a mistake. Well, don't hit that button. Oh, I'm no good at this. Let's just get to drawing because at least I feel I have a little bit of a grasp on that. Let's see, I was doing the weather report, so check. Weather report is done. Let's get this going right here. You can see we've got a little setup here. Got to put my screen back about right there. There you go. And then we're going to go here and let me go over to this screen real quick and set you guys up on this. Jantze profiles. Okay, so here's what we have this week. It's what we did yesterday. And that's where we're at so far. So we're going to do some inking today. How do you get there? I got to go back to our post. Hang on here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, and we should be able to talk on either the this page up here. You know, see here. Here's comments, or there is also a sidebar on the YouTube page that we have tried with some success and no success to get that to work. So there you go. All right, let's see. I need that keyboard in there in case I need to chat with you all. I think that's the keyboard. No, it's not. It's the other one. Okay, so let's get this guy here. There we go. Welcome. So this was a gag with Norm's wife, and then boy Norm and all that sort of stuff. So let's start with the gal up here. I was going to do my best to turn this so that you can see what I'm doing. How's that? Get that coffee cup out of the way. Someone, Mary Brown, is here. Hang on, escape. Hey, Mary. Let's see, if someone writes me, I'm going to pick this thing up here, touch that, and then this keypad, I guess, needs to stay in my lap. Okay. Yeah, and then we can scroll down here like so, right? Yep. Nice hat. Oh, well, thank you, Mary. Thank you for the hug. And John is here too. Hey, John. I've got, oh, Mary, since you're looking, I got my Giants thing here as well. So I'm ready to go. And we're doing a gag about opening day for baseball here. So lots of fun. All right. So, yeah, John, I think you were here yesterday. And we were going to start with noses. This nose right here. That coffee looks massive because of the wide angle lens. Don't mind that. Let's get the mouse out of the way too. There you go. Oh. And then, do I need to close? No, I can't close that because that's where the camera is. So we figured out Justin has been helping me with the broadcast stuff, and there's a little thing that Adobe makes called Adobe Flash Player Live or something. Clean out my brush here. And a lot on there. Hang on. So anyway, it doesn't work with the built-in cameras on Apple computers. So off we go. So that's where we are today. And just one day we'll be able to talk to each other, and it'll be weird. Oh, there's feedback. You're hearing me twice. So that means I got 2. Thanks, John. Let's see. Let me turn that back on. Can't be that one, right? Let me just mute all these. Let's try muting that one and muting the oh, there we go. I didn't have the laptop muted. Let me know. Don't let me know if it's better. Let me know if it's not better. How about that? Where were we? Face. Could it be better? Still there. Oh, it's still there. Oh, come on. What would that be? This is pretty annoying that none of this stuff is cartoonist proof. Well, I know you can handle it, John, but that's not what it's about. That's not what we're here for. Let me get that mouse back out here. I didn't want to have an ad in frame for my vertical mouse. Let's see, we could close that guy. And, oh, they're flying. Oh, Justin has no feedback. Yeah, the YouTube, it's just the weirdest thing. Let me see if the, yeah, see, I can't see a thing on the YouTube group chats. It's just as empty as all get out. It's really neat. So that's lovely. I'm just going to drink all this coffee in like 4 brush strokes. Let's see, what were we doing? We're doing a lady here. I'm not feeling it. I'm moving on to the next one. Let's see here. You're going to move that ear back a little bit. Much better. It's a huge earring. That went horribly well. I don't mean that, by the way. We'll fix that in post. I think I gotta switch on to my handy dandy super duper glasses here. Oh, much better. Look at that. Things are in focus. Man, this is a juicy brush. Should just get out the real brush. I could have that much. See what's in there. That one looks pretty dry. Just gobbing out of the other thing. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a problem. That's going to be too dry. Well, dry it is. Yeah, look at that. That's super dry. All right, much nicer though when you slow down. So you're going to put a black shirt on it. Now you don't have to ink that line. I think I changed her shirt, didn't I? Yeah. I chickened out of the scoop. Okay, well, anyway, it's Sunday, and this is, we got Taylor and Mom in this shot here. Where's the finger at? There it is. We talked about these contact lines yesterday, and see, there's one right there just waiting to happen. We're not going to let it win. Okay. I think I missed that a little bit. Oh. Boop. Ah. And like right about there. Watch out. See that line? See how they want it? They just want to find each other. It's the weirdest thing. We win today. One? Okay. Now we go take the cartoonist nap. Go play a round of golf or whatever people think cartoonists do all day, but it ain't happening. Yeah, it's Coco. Yeah. He's got 5. Pink. Okay. I'll look at that after I do this hat. Oops. We'll go like this. Oh, I think I usually do the brim, the color. Whatever. You were a Cubs fan, Mary? You must have grown up on the wrong side of town. Mary is from the same town I am from in Illinois, and it was the Mason-Dixon line for Cub Cardinal fans. Your first sentence was just wait till next year. Yeah. Poor Cubbies. Oh, when I was a kid, man, they had some good players. Fergie Jenkins, Ernie Banks, Ron Santo, Joe Pepitone, and I think Hundley was their catcher. They had some great guys. I kind of hated that I couldn't like them, but I didn't realize until later that the whole liking a baseball team was practice for racism and sexism. So I tried to let that go now. That Cardinal Nation thing's a little scary. All right. Mix too thin there. Let's thicken it up a little bit. Oh, let's see. Something's broke with that. Your face is too skinny or something. I think I have to move that line. I think that's all it is. Funny how you don't see stuff. Yesterday, after our, I think I got a brush in my mouth. After our meeting, I think that's it. I think that's all it is. So we will do that. I corrected a couple things yesterday after the Hangout yesterday. Is that it? That hand is huge too. I did not see that. It's falling apart. Even how you hold a book? I don't think that's how you hold a book. I think that drawing's migrating. Red Sox and whoever is playing for the Yankees. I got to tour the Fenway Stadium a few years back. I've still never seen a game there. But we got to sit up in the, we just did the public tour, but they took you up into the broadcast booth, told you about the color green, and it's their green, and nobody else has their green, and all that sort of stuff. It's kind of cool. I was doing that hand. I forgot what I was doing. Let's see. No, that's about right. That's what we're going to have to do there. Where's the book? The bottom of the book's there. There's that. She would have her hand on that book more like. Oh, I see. The palm can't go past that. I got it. There we go. We're still in frame here, right? Yeah. Let's see. Let's start there. And we'll go there, and that earring is a bad idea. All right. Let's see, right there. Let's do that next. This one, maybe? This one. We were talking about that yesterday, whether you can see the line. And I usually pencil and ink the same day, so kind of forgot what I was doing yesterday. Yeah, I don't like that either. Okay. Let's see if we're even here. This is that whiteout stuff. I don't know what she's reading. You know, it could be that she's reading the John Cleese softback that just came out. Yeah, the Costello thing. I haven't had a chance to read that. Come on. These things are real crumbly. There it goes. Yeah, that looks better. I don't like that line though either. Let's see. Which one are we going to fix? It's this one. Might be a little wide. We can fix that digitally if we had to. Oops. Let's try that again. Let's see. I still don't like that hand. I'll come back to this in a minute. Let's try this one. We need the dry one now. This was the dry one, wasn't it? You get the allergies today. Oh, there's the dog again. See, look at that. They all lined up together. That pisses me off. Man. Doot, doot. Right there. Okay. And we're going to have that come through about there. How do I keep my hand steady after drinking coffee? Well, Mary, it's the heroin. No, wait, that would exacerbate it. It would be the I don't even know what calms you down. What calms you down? Like the nightly business report? It's the nightly business report. No better nap. Oh, look what I did. See? Oh, no. Digital cleanup. Looks like she ate some blueberries or something. Oh. Well, I'm reading one of David McCullough's books right now, and I don't think I really like it. It's called The Greater Journey, and yet all I do is talk about it to other people, so I can't figure out what that's about. It's a different book for him. It's about lots of people instead of like one personality, like John Adams or Teddy Roosevelt, or even the Wright brothers. But Puppy Uppers and Dog. I do remember that SNL skit from. God, that was back in the '70s. I think that was a Dan Aykroyd skit. It was on the album. My friend had the album. Yeah, we used to listen to it all the time. This is not the dry one. Where's the chair right there? See what happened? Look at that. I'm yanking my chain. Okay. Sorry about all the sniffles. How do I keep my hand steady? I guess there's probably a serious answer to that. I don't know. It just doesn't shake. Yeah, that's weird. Let's see. One of these. This one looks like it's older. Yeah, that's the dry one. I usually do this. Did I do it? I didn't. It's a little. Can you see that? No, here, let's see. Look, there's no way you can see that. Anyway, there's a little teeny, you know how they put the bump on the bottom of a wine bottle to make it stronger? There's a bump in the bottom of that. So I put that in there when one of these gets kind of worn out or dried out. That way I can find it easier. The kids in the house, my kids, not like there's other people's kids running around, but you know then that they can grab those anytime and destroy them if they need to. sure what I'm doing there with that arm. Okay. Well, there we go. We're not halfway done. We're not even, well, we're a third done. What's a punt? A punt. I don't get that at all. Okay. Oh, the bottom on the bottle. Oh, cool. It's called a punt. It's there for strength, right, Mary? It's not for, it's not a, like a thing so you can stick your thumb in there and pour better. I figure it somehow it makes the bottle, or it makes it bottom heavy by putting more glass at the bottom, something like that. I don't know. I don't know what a punt's for. I think we're going to find out in a few seconds. I'm really excited. Yeah. Okay, so there's Norm. Let's draw Norm now. Point Norm here. Here it comes. I'm so excited. Yep. That's why they are pronounced on a champagne bottle. Cool. That's a funny word. Obviously, that meant something before football. You know, oh my God. I don't know if Boy Norm has gray hair. I gotta go check. Hang on here. I think he does. Where would I do that? Let's go look up a Norm strip. No, let's go to Go Comics. Yes, I have a bunch behind me, but I think I've moved those back into the file cabinet already. Stuff from last year. I don't think I've done a Boy Norm gag since. Oh, here you go. Let's go look. Norm Classics. We want Norm Classics, and then we want Norm 4.0. And let's go back a couple of weeks to, I don't think I've done a Boy Norm gag since last year. Go to December. Star Wars gag. Nope. Nope. Well, yeah, that one doesn't count because I actually drew that one. That was an old strip that I reused. Yep, there he is. No gray hair. See, hang on. How do I do that? Back to our page here. This is so 1990s. Yeah, you taught me something. Well, there's a lot more. That's pretty easy to do. I constantly hear in my voice the voice of Kenny or whoever on South Park who says, you know, I learned something today. Kenny or Stan? No, not Kenny. It's like Stan. Okay. I really shouldn't be blacking things in right now. Makes for a mess. But whatever. Okay. So I wonder if I hum while I ink here, if YouTube will put a copyright restriction on the video like it did when I had Mozart playing. Turned out somebody owned that Mozart recording. Oh, excuse me. Should have known that. Sure, gramophone's the 800-pound gorilla of classical music. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to get that one in there. Kind of, not really. You should have an ear there. That looks a lot better. And a couple of those little things there. And that hat is way off. Look at where I put that hat. What was I thinking? Okay. I guess I need the logo up here. Do something. Sort of looks like San Francisco, but not exactly. There we go. Okay. Done. Nearly. While we're here, Phil doesn't look at these brushes. What you can do with them? They snap right back to a really thin line. Look at that. They're crazy. I think Frank Camuso gave me one of these first. He brought it back from France. They used to be illegal in the U.S. because of the ink in them. So I had to buy them in Canada. I'd send away to a shop in, I think, Vancouver. Yeah, Vancouver. I love that band, Vancouver. So when John Mellencamp joined Van Halen after Sammy Hagar quit, Vancouver, yeah, Vancouver. And then I had to buy them from, there was a shop in Minnesota that had them for a while. So you could only buy them online. It was weird. And then they just started showing up everywhere. Woohoo! All right, now that we've done that, let's go over here. I'm going to do this though, because I shouldn't have done that. I'll stick my hand in it in case it's still wet. Let's see here. Let's go do with this. Yes, hold on here. Come on. Oh, my mouse moved outside the window. Van Halen tribute band. That's actually a great idea. The what did I find? I bumped into a Stephen Colbert piece online where they had a Paul Simon, and it was a Paul Simon, and I guess it was a Paul Simon. Trying to think if it was a Garfunkel thing. I think it was just a Paul Simon tribute band called Troubled Waters, but of course it was actually Paul Simon. So, and the gag was that he wanted to do the whistling solo to Me and Julio Down by the Schoolyard, which is a Paul Simon song. And he had called Paul Simon's agent or whatever, handler, and they had told him no way. So he got this cover band instead. It was pretty funny. And then Stephen Colbert kind of drives me nuts. I don't think I watch the show too much. The singing thing's weird. I like it better when he's just caustically mean to people. That I can deal with it, but I can't deal with the singing Stephen Colbert. It's too creepy. Did the book get bigger? The book got much bigger. Okay. Or it got smaller in the other frames. Not that it matters. Yeah, it does. Oh, Mary, did you go to the Schultz Museum yesterday? Because Stan Sakai was there. I wanted to get up there, and I had a little too much work to do. We have the Schultz Museum and the Walt Disney Family Museum now. Both are within about 20 minutes of me. And they're pretty awesome. Our Cartoon Art Museum's lost its space presently, but they'll find a place here. We have like 3 cartoon/animation museums here in San Francisco. Worth the trip. God. This is driving me nuts. Here. I must have stuck my hand in it. I'm sure it's on video. I'd say this is like watching paint dry, but we're actually painting something, so that would be bragging. The butter dupe's pretty funny. Doodaloo. I say something and then something goes boodaloo. Art, yes, John, that is art. Oh, you didn't, Mary, you didn't go to the Schultz Museum. Mainly because they won't let you in because you don't know how to spell his last name, right? There's no T and there's a C. I'm such a dick. Sorry. Mary and I met, John and Justin, if you're still here, but Mary and I met at a book signing at the Schultz Museum a long time ago. Harrison was a little tyke back then. I think he was there that day. I think somebody took a photo. There's a photo of me and Harrison sitting there, and I think he was about kindergarten or so. I don't have anything to sell anymore, so I see Jeannie now and then, but almost makes me wonder where that thumb is. Where would it be? Like there? I'll check on that in a second. I'm getting tired of these cartoon hands. See, I don't know if I'd worry about this if I wasn't showing off. It's like, where's that thumb finger coming from? Let's try that. Now look at this piece of shit hand over here. Excuse my language, but oh my God, look at this. And what's she got on there? Like a garden glove? Ah, it's that kind of a day. We had trouble penciling yesterday. Maybe I'm not good at doing this and talking at the same time. Hang on. That's not a hot dog. That's going to be a finger. Looks like a hot dog right now. Speaking of hot dogs, did you hear that baseball started? Oh, there you go. God, that's stupid. All right, this is falling apart. I quit. It was at 4:05 this afternoon that a local cartoonist jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge, citing, "I can't draw hands, I can't draw hands." He was heard saying, "We're just going to get rid of that." I'm afraid it might be something worse than a hot dog. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Yeah, damn it, it didn't look right. Moving on. That's enough of that. I think we can draw the chair, though. Let's see if we can get out of this first panel without screwing up the chair, huh? So let's see. It's I think I moved the camera over, right? Oh yeah, now it should be right there. Oh, look, see, I did it again. Look, see how they show up right next to each other. Happens all the time. We'll fix that in a minute. Okay, this one's here. Somewhere a little orange tree just screamed, "Stop! That wasn't even a fair use." John says, a couple of years back, my wife bought me a trip to the Cartoon Art Museum. Oh, see the Ronald Searles show was great. We had a blast there. Loved it. Yeah, that was a good show. I think I wasn't living here at the time, but I think I was back for a thing with the SCAD university I was working at. I think that was when that was. I love his stuff. Oh, let's see here. Now we get into the tough one. So after all of that, now we have to do small faces. Let me sharpen up my point here. There we go. Where is it? It's right there. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing. Can you see that? Here, it's going to come in from the side. Where is it? Right there. See the point? There it is. Is it in focus? A little bit. See how it's perfectly round? It's not flat. These are great. They're actual little hairs in there. They're synthetic, but whatever. Didn't kill a horse or a sable. I don't know if you actually kill a horse to make a brush, but probably just have to ask him politely. But the sable, I'm sure the sable doesn't make it. Oh, that's right. We had that nice little hand on here. Now we're going to put it today. Let's see here. I think we can do it. There we go. Look at that. That's a much better hand. See, we can do hands. Normally, I do hands and faces first, because if you don't get those right. Mary, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you drinking too much La Crema? What's Itchy Coo Park? Oh, the band Small Faces. Why? But these are that is way out there. Wow. Okay. I'm not keeping up. Let's see. She needs a shock of hair here. She's stressed out. Poor Renee. Got her earring. That was the earring sound effect, I think. You got one more finger to put in there. It's going to be there, and it's going to go like that. Let's see. A little bit of that right there, a little bit of that right there. Good. That one got juicy too. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay. Is LumaCon that Mary asks, has anyone asked me to do LumaCon? And yes, you are way out there, but that's why we love you. Has anyone asked me to do LumaCon? Is that the one that was in Petaluma? It's a new one, right? Because there's that, and then there's the new Silicon Valley Con. But so the answer is no. No one's asked me. I think most people just think I'm doing animation now. What kind of crappy table is that? Well, anyway. The Millers just got themselves like a real shitty table. It's a stupid looking table, man. All right. It's hate the table day. Huh. Yeah, whatever. That's not too bad. It doesn't look too stupid. Why am I over here inking the table anyhow? I'm supposed to be inking faces first. Oh, Stefan was there? Good. Well, then he can fill the room. Stefan's awesome. I think I heard about that through Brian Fees, who did the cancer book, Mom's Cancer. I think I saw his Facebook on that. I think he lives up in Reading or something, doesn't he? All right. We got a few minutes left here. Let's go for this handwriting. This hand looks fun to do. Well, it looked like it was fun to do, and then I've got that little weird thing right there. Okay. If you pick something up, do you pick it up like if you're reading a book? And you let it in? No, okay. She should have all of her fingers on there. There we go. I had only drawn one finger. Wasn't sure. I couldn't remember what I was up to. No, I started late, so I think did I start late? Or was that yesterday? Well, anyway, we'll go a couple minutes over here. See if we can finish some of this frame here. And a lot of the misses here today. And right there. And right there. Gotta watch those contact points. A wrinkle in her shirt there. She needs a little hair right there. There we go. And we need the arm of the chair there. And the book. Don't make it too big. Good. Oop, I just stuck my hand in the ink. Well, we'll let that dry for a minute. Let's go to point over here. He ended up with weird eyes. I don't know what I did there. There we go. Clean off with a marker. Baseball bat. Looking a little sketchy. Oh, look at that. That came out ugly. Now look at this. That's going to be okay. We'll fix that in post. Wow. That thing just juiced on me. And baseball glove. Yeah, this thing is just flooding with ink now. These are both getting a little old. Huh, look at all that. Come on. Can't do the fine stuff with a wet brush. It's the only problem with these cartridge. Well, you know, is the much better. Oh, let's see here. And John says, thanks again for the strip. Oh, you're welcome, John. Yeah, thank you for your support last year. And John went home with a Norm original for his donation last year. Oh, it's your new favorite piece of original artwork. Well, thank you. You've got a pogo? I have a pogo. It's right there. There's the pogo. And my Steve Moore and David Coverley baseball gags. So, yeah, the pogo stuff is fun, huh? His stuff's beautiful. I had 3 pogos and I lost them in the San Anselmo flood. That's the only one that didn't get ruined because the others had, he was using a like a flare pen for his lettering in the 70s. One was from the 70s. One was from the 60s and one, no, this one's from 71, it says. Oh yeah, it's Spiro Agnew's in it. And I had one from the 50s, 60s, and the 70s. I lost the 2 older ones and they were just ruined. So, but I love Walt Kelly stuff. Yeah, there are 2 Walt Kelly strips in a drawer somewhere, along with my Beetle Bailey and my bunch of other strips I owned. I was moving out of an office. I was in the back of a lawyer's office downtown San Anselmo, and we had a huge flood roll through. And I had literally moved everything out of the office except for the chair I'm sitting in, and a box of toys, which was no big deal, and all of my 2 portfolios of original art. I had decided, oh, I'll come get them tomorrow. There was 3 feet of water in my office the next day, so I lost, I think about 15 years of my original artwork. And that stuff I just threw away. It was just soaked. And then I kept as many of the original piece of artwork. A lot of them hadn't been framed. I'd gotten them over the years, and I kept meaning to frame them. You know, it was one of those things like, oh, I'll get to that tomorrow. So if they would have been framed, they would have been out of there. But anyway, things happen. Turns out State Farm doesn't draw as well as Walt Kelly, so I didn't ask him to. Yeah, I know. It was really sad. Well, you know, timing can be a bitch. You're absolutely right. Yeah, live and learn. One of the other dads at our school had lived there through both floods. He had Super 8 film of the first one, and he shot video of the he was there for the 80, whatever that was, 84, 85 flood. And then it was 2005 it flooded, I think. Oh my God, okay, there's Boy Norm. It's fun to draw. Except for that hand, you know, we'll fix that a little bit. He's so dope. All right. I don't think this thing turns off till I turn it off, so I'll just leave it on we'll finish this up and then we'll hang up here. But if you need to go away, I understand. Have a nice Sunday. And I might hang up if I keep screwing up lines. Wow, these pens are so juicy. How did I get on my real brush? This is what I use. I use this Da Vinci. It's a synthetic brush, but oh, I don't have it in frame. There you go. This is what I ink with. It's a number 1. I started with the number 0, but I can handle the number 1 better because it's got longer brushes, and then you can do more with it. The 0 was for control when you're first starting. You're like, no, yeah. There's a lot of tears and gnashing of teeth, rending of garments, you know. But as you go along, you get you get a little thicker brush. It's not really the number 1's thicker than a number 0. Oh yeah. Well, I'm going to be done here, Mary, in a few minutes. But the number 0 is not really thinner as much as it is. That's a little bit thinner. But the number 1 has a little longer. There's more of the, it's longer. I think that's the English word for it. Yeah, so, all right, here we go. His mouth closed, otherwise you'll think he's talking. You're not rushing me. Yes. Okay. I thought about flipping this whole, after we hung up yesterday with the layouts. So one of the things I would teach my students in, oh, you can see that brown box. I've got my computer sitting on a brown box here just so it'd be a little higher. What I teach my students at SCAD was, that you read left or right, but you also do that within a panel. And if you want to look at somebody who really did that well, it was Gary Larson on the far side. His stuff was amazing. But you can see here, like, the reason I would flip this over normally is like you're reading this. So this happens, and then you see him. And that's okay in this particular gag because it's a fairly simple frame. But really, it would work better if I flipped everything and you would see him first and then she'd say yes. Does that make sense? But the reason I want it this way is because the punchline, which is Big Norm's here at the end and he talks last. And so, you got to weigh the interior layout against the rest of the gag sometimes. But it's one reason to flip. I'll flip stuff sometimes. And in some cases, I'll flip it just by, tracing it on the back and starting over. And you can do it in Photoshop too. But this way, then, yeah, you'd be reading. You'd see him, and then she'd react, and you'd see them, and then she'd react. But it works this way too, because it's kind of like she reacts, and then you see this, she reacts, you see this, and then she's like, ah. They're over there like, meh. And then they are running off in this shot here. I erased them. I had them standing there, but they'll be running out of frame, and then Norm comes back. It's Big Norm at the end for the punchline. So anyway, that's what I was up to there, and it took me a while to figure out what the gag was yesterday. We talked yesterday about the gag can't end on Renee because it's a single point perspective strip. Oh yeah, SCAD's everywhere, and I don't know why, but we've got a rep out here that's I'm not at SCAD anymore. SCAD has a rep out here that's pretty busy, and a friend of mine comes out. One of the professors comes out quite often to do those kind of sales pitch meetings. Kind of feels like they get you in the room for the Trump college sales pitch, Now, if you only had $10 million, what would you do with it? Right, you'd be rich. That's how you get rich. I don't think SCAD costs $10 million, but it's only $5 million. There's another foot back there somewhere. Right about there. Okay. I think they're standing on carpet, if I know Norm's house. So, almost there. What do we got here? Time for that? I think I can only draw one kind of easy chair. Or whatever this thing is, leather. I don't know what you call this kind of chair. Yeah, chair. Chair. Look, you see what that did? Look what it did. See how that lined up? How her arm goes into the back of the chair? Madness. Okay, yeah, I gotta bring that up. It happens all the time. You gotta watch out for those. There we go. All that ink flowing out of this thing. Whack. Yuck. Where's her shirt end? Right about there. Like that, right? Yeah, we got it. Okay. Will it be too thin? Yes, that's that. Okay. What do we got left? We got a baseball glove. Oh, he put his little baseball shirt on him. Maybe he thought, there we go. Can't see where that's supposed to go next. No, there, that's his hand. Oh boy, better to ink the same day you pencil if you forget what you're doing. Now let's see. Yeah, there's some hair in there. Let's get the hair in. Shirt, 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 shirt. Look at that, it lined up with the damn glove. Okay. I think that's been my theme today. Yeah. Okay. And some pants. A little glob there. I don't know what happened. This thing's just flowing ink. Gross. All right. Yeah, so what we would do is get the chair fixed here. We'll do this in Photoshop too. We got a little goofy there. See if we can fix that thumb here. Might be a digital fix. That's not too bad. Okay. Well, that is as far as we got in an hour today. That's not too bad. And thanks for coming. And I will see you in a month. And we now know that the only way to do this with the Adobe thing would be to get an external camera. So I don't think I'm going to spend my lovely Patreon money on that quite yet. So we'll look at another solution and see if there's something else, because it's not so bad. I guess it's going okay. But thanks for coming, and thank you for being a Patreon patron. And tell all your friends, and have a happy Sunday. And I'll see the three of you guys soon. See you online if nothing else. Take care. Bye. Now I have to figure out how to turn it off. That is this mouse. All right. We're going to have to get a studio engineer next. How much do they cost? Probably a lot. Take care. Bye.